Today I'm reviewing these Canbor Bluetooth wireless earphones. They're quite unique, and in case you haven't bought Canbor earphones before, which I have, I bought another pair. I think it was over 2 years ago, sometime in 2016. The design of these earphones are copyrighted, so it's a manufacturer that you will not find the same earphones sold by other sellers or other manufacturers because they cannot copy the design. So at least, if you want a unique pair of earphones that are really going to surprise you, and I don't want to give it away, but I will explain later on why, I think these are your pair. In the box by other customers' pictures, you need to receive interchangeable ear tips, so the accessories, and a little carry case, which is hard shell with a clear zip. Now, in my parcel, I only received the earphones and instructions. The earphones were completely new. The cable was nicely wrapped, as you can see in the picture, so I can see they haven't been used. I just think maybe, I don't know, obviously I'm not too sure, but maybe a previous customer has ordered the earphones, kept the case, kept the tips, and decided to return the order. That's all I can think of. Anyway, I told my daughter, of whom I bought these earphones for, we can just return them and buy them again. It won't happen the second time. She tried them, she tested them, and she said, no mom, I'm keeping them, I don't care. She does have a carry case from her previous earphones. To be honest with you, the earbuds that actually come are rather on the small normal size. So she was so happy with them, she didn't want to return. I personally would have done. And I will try and explain why she was so keen on keeping them, because she has really loved these. The earphones are very easy to navigate. You've got 3 buttons on the right hand side. Of the right earpiece, I must add, I have to mention that the ear hook on these earphones is the softest ear hook and the most comfortable one I have ever seen. I am not a fan of these ear hook pieces to keep the earphones in place. My daughter says she feels like she's not even wearing them. So obviously you turn the device, the earphones on by the middle button. You power on by keeping it pressed like 3 seconds. It will go on pairing mode with the red and blue flashing light. That's the time to search on your device for the earphones, click on them, connect. You can also connect to more than one devices. My daughter has connected a laptop and her phone at the same time. What you do, you pair the first device, turn the Bluetooth on that device off, turn your earphones off, turn them back on, complete the pairing process exactly the same with your laptop, let's say, for example, and then once it's paired to your laptop, you can then turn the Bluetooth back on from your phone and you will have it paired to both devices. That is great. The same middle button, if you short press once, you can answer or end a call. And if you're actually receiving a call and you want to reject it, you long press it for 2 seconds. Now, if you want to call the last number that you've dialed, you actually click it twice, just a double click, and that will actually automatically redial the last number. Obviously, it's also going to pause and play your music while listening to music. That's the middle button, all in the same. And on my iPhone 10, I have to add that if I'm listening to music and I keep it pressed for 2 seconds, it activates Siri. Now that the big part's over, the plus and the minus are obviously the control volume control buttons. And also if you long press them, they will actually take you to the previous and the next song if you're playing your music. So as mentioned, super easy to operate, very easy to remember. The battery on these devices is rather good. Now, it says it has up to 8 hours playing time, but it's obviously going to depend on the volume, etc., that you're using. The earphones are very light. They are extremely light. Wearing them, you almost can't, you really can't realize you have them on. Now, to charge them, they don't take more than 2 hours. Sellers always advise you to charge them as soon as you receive them. Now, my best advice for you, if you want to keep the battery going strong for a lot longer, is don't. Receive your earphones, pair them, drain the battery, and when they're completely flat, fully charge them. Now, I can't see anywhere what part of how do you need to charge them, what voltage, what amp, but I'm going to take that it's going to be a 5-volt 1 amp, because that's what most earphones are, and it's common sense. Now, to charge on the right earpiece, on the same one that we've got all the control buttons, you will see there's a little flap. You simply pull it up and you've got the normal micro USB port to charge. Obviously, I recommend you use a 5-volt 1 amp adapter or a smart USB port where you plug it in and it will take care of giving just the right amount of energy. To make sure your earphones last you as long as possible. These are super good quality and they do actually come with guarantee from manufacturer, but just to make sure they last you as long as possible, don't do like my husband does. Don't put them on charge overnight and get up in the morning, because the battery does go by doing that. So if you need to charge your earphones, put them, they're going to take a couple of hours, and then go back after a couple of hours and remove them. As mentioned, the intermittent red and blue light does actually change to a steady blue, so you'll know they're fully charged. In that moment, just quickly remove them. Okay, so when I give my opinion on everything I buy, I like to give my opinion on what I've actually tried it on. In this case, these are earphones, so I can tell you we have personally tested them on the Apple Watch Series 3, on iPhone 10s, and we have tested it with my laptop, which is the Microsoft Surface Pro, and with my daughter's MacBook Air also. And it's paired to all the devices. It remembers the 4 devices, and when you turn your Bluetooth back on, it automatically pairs instantly. So in case anyone's thinking, okay, so this lady paid over £20 for her pair of earphones to gift to her daughter, and they came without a case, they came without spare accessories, no charging cable, nothing, just the earphones themselves, but she hasn't returned them and she's got a thumbs up. Why? Okay, I'm going to try and show you. I'm not sure you're going to, the microphone on my laptop is going to pick it up, but now I'm holding the earphones with the music on the same table as the laptop. The earphones are off my ears, obviously. If you can appreciate that sound, honestly, you can't imagine how it sounds when you've got them on. The music blasts your ears off. That's why my daughter would not wait even a couple of days for me to return them and get them ordered again. She was so happy with the level of sound and with the clarity of the sound, but she was just happy to keep the earphones on their own. So that is why we've given it a thumbs up. She was really happy with them. So am I.